Thousands of years before Christopher Columbus arrived in the Americas, there were already people living here. They built huge cities and empires. And today, we're going to explore the history of ancient America in 10 minutes. Hello and welcome to the channel. Before we begin, remember to give us a thumbs up and subscribe so that you don't miss any of our new videos. Let's jump right into it. During the last ice age, around 26,000 years ago, most of the world's population was concentrated in just one region, East Africa. Small bands of nomadic hunter-gatherers lived all over the continent, but the majority of them lived in this small area. Around 13,000 years ago, after the glaciers had melted, the sea level rose by about 400 feet. This caused the separation of the continents of North and South America from the rest of the world. A few thousand people who were living in what is now Siberia made their way across the Bering Strait land bridge into what is now Alaska. These people would become the ancestors of all Native Americans. At this time, the majority of the United States was covered in thick forests, while much of Mexico and Central America were arid deserts. But by 8000 BC, the climate began to change. The shift from a cold and dry climate to a warm and humid one led to a rapid increase in plant and animal life. This would eventually lead to the first large settlements in North America. By 7000 BC, the oldest known village in North America was established along the shores of Lake Ontario. It consisted of 15 to 20 round houses which housed an estimated 100 to 150 people. These early villages would serve as the foundation for the later cultures that would flourish in North America. For thousands of years, the inhabitants of North America would live simple lives as hunter-gatherers. However, around 3500 BC, something remarkable happened. The people of this era discovered the art of growing plants. This discovery would allow humans to stay in one place and raise food instead of having to chase after wild animals. As a result, permanent settlements would become more common. Also during this period, humans domesticated animals for the first time, marking a significant step away from the nomadic lifestyle of earlier times. As the centuries passed, the tribes in North America developed unique languages, customs, and beliefs. One such tribe was the Hopewell culture, who lived in what is now the Midwestern United States between 100 BC and 500 AD. The Hopewell people were skilled mound builders and created large geometric mounds across the landscape. These mounds served various purposes, including burial grounds for important members of society and platforms for ritual ceremonies. The Hopewell also excelled in art and crafted beautiful jewelry and pottery. Their intricate designs reflected their deep connection to nature and the spiritual world. The Hopewell people traded with other cultures throughout the region, exchanging goods such as copper, lead, mica, and obsidian. These trade networks facilitated cultural exchange and helped spread the knowledge of new technologies and ideas. The Hopewell culture reached its peak around 400 AD. But it declined afterward due to factors such as environmental changes and competition with other tribes. Another prominent civilization flourished far to the south in what is now Mexico. The Olmec civilization emerged around 1200 BC, making it one of the earliest major civilizations in the Western Hemisphere. The Olmec are considered the mother culture of Mesoamerica, meaning they were the earliest culture from which many later Mesoamerican cultures derived. The Olmec left behind iconic works of art, including the famous colossal heads carved out of huge blocks of basalt. These enigmatic sculptures depict rulers or perhaps gods, each weighing several tons. The Olmec also developed a sophisticated calendar system and made significant advancements in astronomy. They constructed large pyramids and temples, such as the Tres-Zapotes pyramid, which stood nearly 200 feet tall. Despite their achievements, the Olmec civilization declined around 400 BC, possibly due to drought and warfare. Meanwhile, in what is now Peru, the Norte Chico civilization was rising. Norte Chico, located along the central coast of Peru, thrived from around 3000 BC to 2000 BC. Its name comes from the Spanish word for big river, referring to the nearby Rio Grande de la Capilla. Norte Chico is significant because it is considered the first civilization in South America and one of the earliest along the Pacific coast. Its urban centers, such as the site of Carroll, showcase impressive architecture and planning. Carroll, the largest Norte Chico city, featured pyramids, residential areas, and a complex network of canals. The Norte Cupa people were skilled builders and adapted the deserts landscape to their needs through irrigation and the creation of artificial mounds. Despite their lack of a writing system, they developed a hierarchical society with evidence of social elites and a complex religious system. Although the Norte Chico civilization lasted for over 2 millennia, it declined around 2000 BC, possibly due to changing climate patterns and environmental degradation. In the meantime, the culture was emerging in the Andean highlands. The civilization, flourishing between 900 BC and 200 BC, had a profound impact on the cultures that followed in the Andes, known for its distinctive style of art and religious iconography. The left-behind architectural marvels such as the Dewanter Temple complex. This massive structure, adorned with intricate carvings and set amidst a sacred landscape, played a pivotal role in Andean religion. The people were skilled metal workers and are believed to have been among the first to work with gold and silver. Their influence extended beyond the Andean region, reaching as far away as Mesoamerica. Through trade and cultural exchange, the legacy continued to resonate in subsequent Andean cultures, laying the foundation for the later Inca Empire. By 500 AD, the Mississippian culture had become the dominant culture in North America. The Mississippian culture flourished primarily between 800 AD and 1600 AD, with its peak years between 1000 AD and 1200 AD. Centered in what is now the eastern United States, this culture encompassed numerous societies that shared common traits, such as the construction of large earthen mounds. Cahokia, located near present-day St. Louis, was the largest urban settlement in North America. With an estimated population of 10,000 to 20,000 people at its peak, residents built more than 100 mounds, including the iconic Monk's Mound, which once stood over 100 feet tall. The Mississippians excelled in agriculture, growing crops like maize, beans, and squash. They also had a vibrant trade network, exchanging goods such as copper, shells, and exotic animal pelts. Despite their societal complexity, the Mississippian culture faced challenges due to environmental changes, overhunting, and warfare with other tribes. As European colonization advanced, the Mississippian way of life was decimated. Meanwhile, farther south, the Maya civilization was thriving. The Maya civilization spanned over 2,000 years from 2000 BC to 1697 AD, flourishing in what is now southern Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, and parts of Honduras and El Salvador. The Maya are celebrated for their numerous achievements in mathematics, astronomy, and art. They developed a sophisticated writing system, accurately predicted solar eclipses, and created a highly accurate calendar. The Maya built magnificent cities adorned with intricate temples, palaces, and ball courts. Tikal, one of their major cities, boasts towering pyramids that once reached astonishing heights. The Maya engaged in extensive trade networks, exchanging goods such as jade, obsidian, and cacao. Despite their cultural achievements, the Maya faced challenges such as droughts, overpopulation, and internal conflicts, which contributed to the decline of their civilization. Lastly, let's look at the Inca. The Inca Empire, also known as the Kingdom of Cusco, emerged in the 13th century in what is now Bolivia and Peru. Under the leadership of Pachacati, the Inca expanded their territory to encompass a vast region from modern-day Colombia to Chile. They developed a sophisticated road system, enabling efficient communication and trade throughout their empire. Machu Picchu, the iconic lost city of the Incas, was likely constructed as an estate for the emperor. The Inca were skilled astronomers and used a knotted rope system called quipu to record astronomical observations and numerical data. They also kept meticulous records of their history using the same quipu system. Unfortunately, much of Inca history was lost due to the destruction of their record-keeping system by the Spanish conquistadors. Despite their rich heritage, the Inca were ultimately conquered by the Spanish, with the last Inca ruler, Atahualpa, executed in 1533. And there you have it, a brief overview of ancient America in just 10 minutes. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to stay updated on our latest content. We have lots more videos about ancient civilizations coming up. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.